What's up, book nerds? My name is Tara, and today I'm finally here to talk to you about my BookTube dissertation. I know I've been talking about this dissertation for some time now, and that's because it takes a really long time to do a dissertation. So a dissertation is something that you do original research on, and my original research is on the community of BookTube. But the process starts with conceptualizing a research question, what you want to study, writing a proposal, and then you actually have to do the study, which takes a long time depending on the study, and then you do the part that everybody really thinks about when it comes to a dissertation, which is writing this entire thing up. I wanted to do my dissertation on BookTube, and I knew that I wanted to do it on BookTube, so it took me a while to settle on some questions and exactly which aspect of this space I wanted to write about, because unfortunately writing about all of it is just too big. You really have to keep it something very narrowed and very focused. So I decided that I wanted to look at adolescents, which is high school students, and the way that they enact literacy practices in BookTube, how I can see how the community affects their reading, affects their technical skills, etc. I also ended up throwing a question in there about commodification, because I think that that's a very interesting aspect of our community. And then I had to design a study that looked at all of those things. The study itself consisted of 3 parts, one of which is watching 400 YouTube videos. 400 was not the number that I started with. I watched videos from adolescent booktubers. I had 30 of them that I watched over the course of 5 months really, and 3 months officially. And I took notes on all 400 of those videos. I'm also doing interviews with certain focal participants. I'm still in the process of doing those and finishing those up. And I have a community survey which goes to everybody in the community regardless of age. So if you're still interested in participating in my study, shameless plug, the link for that is down below. It is still open for probably another 2 weeks or so. I just want to make sure I get plenty of answers in that, so I get as much variety in the types of people that are answering that survey. So feel free to do that. And I'm about to move into the stage where I analyze all of this data once I finish up the interviews and talk to my advisor about how I want to analyze it. So this is the stage where I can start talking about the things that I found. So I plan to do weekly videos from here until whenever, just talking about the trends in my data set, which right now is about 1,000 pages of notes on just BookTube videos. So what I'll be sharing are some of the most interesting points that come up. I learned a lot of things about the technical aspect of BookTube and how young people in particular learn to do that, how they set up their lighting, how they make their decisions about content, how they make their decisions about what they're going to read. I learned a lot about cameras and scripting and audio quality. It's like one of the interesting things about being in a community like this is everyone does, if you listen long enough, they talk about all of those things that happen behind the scenes. I learned a lot about how people end their videos. There's almost a script for how you can end a video because I had to write it down so many times in my notes. How they open videos, what types of videos and genres of videos we tend to share across the community. Just all of those little bits and bytes and pieces of what makes BookTube BookTube. And perhaps most interestingly, because I had the commodification question in there, I learned a lot about where young people who often don't have many subscribers are getting their books from, what's influencing them to buy their books, and how publishers might already have their hands in their reading choices directly through giving them books or inviting them to read certain books. So all in all, very interesting stuff. I haven't analyzed it really at all yet, but it's there, and I know there's going to be stuff that comes out of it because I can already start to see those pieces. That's what I'm going to be sharing along the way with you. Now, for this channel, what does that all mean also? Because if you've noticed, I've been away for a while. I'm coming back. All of this work has really influenced where I see my channel going. So for a long time, I was so entrenched in everything that I was doing that there was just not any time to vlog on top of that. But when you watch videos all day, every day, it makes you think about the decisions people make and how you want to do the things that they're doing. I saw so many neat things and so many things that I want to apply to my channel. And at the time, it was very overwhelming to think about going and making those changes, but now I'm ready to do that. So I've done a couple of things. Number one is that I got a light kit. I just got it in the mail the other day. The light is over here. The other light that I got, this guy, is broken. So hopefully eventually I'll be getting a new one of those, and then I'll have better lighting, which I realize is a huge aspect of having good YouTube videos. I'm also now using a Canon Rebel T5i, so I got a better camera. I didn't buy it just for YouTube. My husband actually does photography, so I'm using that now for my videos. I got my own SD card so that I can keep track of everything and upload it how I want. I also got this little guy. It's an SD card reader for my phone because I've learned that I like to edit on my phone. So this will allow me to put videos from the camera directly onto my phone to edit and upload. And I also have just a new attitude about BookTube in general. I think when you first start on BookTube, you're very concerned with appearances. And certainly there are things that matter. You want to have good sound, you want to have good lighting, you want to have good content. But it was very hard to film because I also felt like I had to have good hair and good makeup and good clothing. And I've learned that while those things are important, it's more important to be real with the camera and to be who I am. And sometimes that's a me with freshly washed hair and nicely done makeup. And sometimes that's a me with second day hair and no mascara on. And if I have an audience or my peers that I'm talking to, you guys don't care. You care more about me uploading regularly and sharing my thoughts on books. So I hope to be recommitted to doing that and not worrying so much about how I look all the time and worrying more about being present and maintaining my connections with people. This is the first of many videos on this topic. As I said, I plan to upload regularly on this. I also plan to continue to upload regular book videos. I've been reading a little more, though not as much as I used to, but I have some things I want to share that I've been reading lately. If you're interested in seeing where this channel is going and you don't already subscribe, hit that subscribe button down below. Like this video if you like what you see, and if you have anything you want me to talk about or anything that interests you on the topic of the dissertation, leave that in the comments below and I'll be happy to try to work that into a future video topic, because if I know you want to hear about it, I'm happy to talk about it. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.